This church flyer you see over here is different from the normal church flyers you see out there. So in this video, I'm about to show you the step-by-step tutorial on how you can design this completely from scratch in Photoshop. So let's get started. To begin, you need to create a new canvas or a new document. So head over to new file, or you can also click on file, new, and then you set your dimensions, so 8 by 8, and then the other details like that. Hit on create. This is our plain canvas. Let's import our first background, place embedded, and there is a first background that we are going to use. Okay, and then let's click on the check mark, and then file again, place embedded, and let's add this image into the background like this, and then let's hit on the check mark. Okay, and let's send the blend mode from normal to soft light, and then the opacity to 50. Yeah, 50. Nice. And then let's add a layer mask, and then let's select the brush to breathe for brush, and then let's make sure that we are using the soft one brush. The size is okay for us, and let's start brushing off the edges of the image like this so that it will blend into the background. Yeah, I hope you can see that clearly. Okay, so we are not done with the background, but let's group it for now. So to group it, click on Control and then click on this one as well, so that you select both of them. Control G to group, and then name it background. Okay, let's delete this layer because we are not using it. So let's clear it, and then we now have our background. So to continue, let's import the logo of the church, and then yes, it is here, and then press and hold Alt on the keyboard to reduce the size like this, and then let's position it well up here, and let's click on the check mark like this, and then let's create a new ellipse, that is a circle, perfect one. So to create a perfect circle, press and hold on shift on the keyboard, and then draw a perfect circle like this, and then let's remove the stroke. So move to bring it up here, and then let's right click on this layer, and then create clipping mask to the ellipse like this, and let's reduce the size of the image like this. Okay, that's great, and let's position it well in the ellipse, and then let's add the name of the church. As you can see, I have already typed all the details I will need on a flyer. So the advice is that whenever you are designing a flyer, make sure that you type everything that you need, that is the text that you are going to use on a flyer. You type them in your notepad or your Word, so that you just copy and paste. So you copy the name of the church like this, Control C, and then come to Photoshop, press on T for the text tool, and then click on it and Control V to paste like this. Yeah, I think the name is okay. Let's reduce it to semi bold. Okay, select the move tool for you to be able to move this, and let's reduce the size to 14 and the color to white like this. Okay, and then let's position it very well. Let's reduce the size of this one together with the ellipse like this. Okay, position it very well, and now let's group all of them. So you click on the present, and then you press and hold shift on the keyboard, and you click on the ellipse one, so that everything in there will be selected, and then Control G to group, and you name it logo. Enter like this, and then Control A to select everything, and then you center it vertically. Okay, Control D to deselect, and then let's add the main topic. The next one, we are going to use a 3D text effect on the text that we are going to write. So the 3D test effect is also available in the folder that you're going to download using the link in the description down below, so you don't have to worry about that. So you head over to file, open, and then we open the 3D test effect. You right click on it and then you select replace test here, and you double click on this icon here, and then we have the test here. So you press on T on the keyboard for the test tool, so you can change this test to Control A. Let's check the test there that is called out. So Control C to copy, and let's come to Photoshop, Control V to paste here, and then click on the check mark. But make sure that you don't have any negative 40 here. Make it 0. Come back to the move tool and then Control A so that you center it horizontally and then both vertically and horizontally. Then Control D to deselect and then close it like this. Yes, voila, it is here. So let's right click, select the test effect, and then move it from this canvas to this one like this. Okay, let's go back where we did the cutout like this. Right click on it, and then to replace test here, double click on this icon and then press on T for the test tool, and then Control A to select everything, and then let's right camp, enter, and then click on the move tool, Control A to select everything, and then let's align it to the center both horizontally and then vertically, both horizontally and then vertically like this, and then Control D to deselect. Okay, so the same thing, we close it, we click on yes. Okay, and then right click, test effect, move it to the work that we are doing. Yeah. Okay, so over here we are going to increase the size of this one. Control T to transform the size like this. I think this one is okay. Press on enter on the keyboard and yeah, position it very well here. Will be okay. And I think no, let's check something here. I don't want to put the camp in the folder of the cutout. So as you can see, let's push this one. Before then, let's close the group like this and let's push it up like this, and let's close this also group like this. So as you can see, we have a very simple different test effect, and then they have, so let's rename this to camp, enter, and then let me confirm this. Okay, and then let's rename this to cutout, enter. That's great. And then let's import another element here. This is this one here, and Alt on the keyboard to transform it like this, and then enter on the keyboard, position it very well somewhere here, or let's reduce the size a little bit like this. Okay, let's bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Then we have to increase the size of the camp some more. Control T. And bring it like this. Okay, and then shift this element here like this. Perfect. And let's select the test tool, that is T for test tool, and let's write 23. Enter on the keyboard, and let's go for Bernard, B-E-R-N-A, Bernard MT condensed regular with that font. Okay, and then let's change the color to white. Okay, and then let's add bevel and embossment. So to add bevel and embossment, make sure that the layer that you're going to add the bevel and embossment is selected in the layers panel like this, and then let's go to effects, click on it, and then bevel and emboss like this. Okay, I don't want to add anything giddy, so you can just copy these settings here and then click on OK. And then let's position it inside the element that we imported, that this one. Okay, let's close this folder like this, and then let's reduce the size small like this. Yeah. Okay, let's position it in the middle. Let's reduce the size to 45 is still big, so let's say 42. Enter. That's great. Okay, so let's group this one. So let's group it, all of them. Control J, and then double click and call it call out. That's great. That's it. So you can see of this, it is there. So for the next one, we are going to add the theme. Yeah, the theme of the program. T on a keyboard for the text tool, and then start writing something. The theme. Enter. Let's change the font to Montserrat. I'll leave the link to all these fonts in the description, so don't worry if you don't have it on your PC. Okay, 14. Yeah, 14. No, 14 is too small, so let's say 16. And this is not necessary. The weight, you have to increase the weight small to like, yeah, semi-medium, a semi-bold. Okay, and then let's add another rectangle behind the theme. So we are going to draw a rectangle behind the theme like this. Okay, and then let's remove the stroke of the rectangle. Inside the layers panel, the theme is below the rectangle one. Let's make sure that the theme is on top of the rectangle one, so that the theme will show up in the main canvas like this. Yeah, that's what I was trying to mean. And let's select all of them, that is the theme and the rectangle one, by pressing and holding on Control on the keyboard, and then click on the rectangle one so that it will be selected in addition to the theme. And then let's press on the move tool like this, and then let's make sure that both of them is aligned both vertically and then horizontally, just like that. Okay, let's change the color of the rectangle to something like this. Yeah, I sampled this color from the what do you call it, this element. So I sampled around this area. Yeah, okay, and then let's transform it like this. Yeah, let's position it well here. Okay, and then we need the main, that the theme itself, the words. Yeah, so here, great grace. Control V, paste. Okay, it is not alone, it is coming with a scripture backing it, so you have to add the scripture. So Control C on the keyboard to copy, and then come to the canvas, Control V to paste. Let's add some brackets, yeah, parentheses to the latter part as well. Okay, and then let's change this color to that of the rectangle here. Enter. Okay, so let's increase the size to like 18, and then let's increase the weight to bold. And then we need another rectangle behind this great grace, so select the rectangle tool and then draw a very nice rectangle behind it like so. Okay, but let's remove the stroke. Let's change the color to something like so. Let's sample a color from the cutout camp. Let's sample this color. No. Okay, let's deepen it like so. Let's see whether this one will work out. I think this one is okay. And then let's make sure that it has one side being curved and then the other side being smooth, to make it a little bit nice. Though I don't know, but I can see that doing like that will improve the aesthetic of it. So let's keep it like this, and then let's make sure it is both of them. Yeah, they are vertically and then horizontally centered. Okay, let's push it backwards like this. Okay, no, let's bring it down. I think you have to do something with the curving. So let's make sure this one is 50 rather, and then let's delete this one and see what you're going to see. Okay, I think this one is okay. Okay, like this one is great, horizontally and then vertically centered. Great. Then let's select the rectangle tool, the theme, the everything out there, and then make sure they are actually center, and then let's group all of them and then call them theme. Control G to group, and then double click on a group and then call it theme. That's great. Let's push it up small like so. Then Control A to center it, and then this one to Control A and then center it, control it like this. Okay, that's great. So the next thing we are going to add to the design is an image, that portrays camp, or let's say camp. Okay, so bag, traveling bag. I don't know, this old type of bags, I think so, old trunk. Let's position it like this. Let's reduce the size like this, hit on OK, and then let's position it well here, and let's Control plus to zoom in. I want to add a little bit of reflection and then shadow. So to add the reflection, Control J to duplicate the layer, press on Control T and then right click on it and then flip vertical, Control minus to zoom out, and then let's bring it below the original image. Let's Control plus to zoom in to see what you are doing clearly. Let's use the arrow keys to push it to get some perfect result, and then let's click on the check mark like this. Then let's reduce the opacity like 50. 50 is too much. Okay, 45. That's great. Let's add a layer mask, and then let's select the brush to B for brush. As you can see, my caps lock is on, that's why my brush is looking like a plus. So switch off the caps lock and then the brush is back to normal. Let's reduce the size of the brush. So left square bracket for the reducing of the size, and then the right square bracket to increase the size. So let's brush off this area like this. Okay, it's okay. And then let's add a little bit of shadow in between this area. Click on this plus sign to add a new layer, and then we'll pick the same brush tool, that is B for brush, and then you right click and then make sure that you are using a hard brush, and then push this one like this, push this one here like so. Okay, this is what we needed. Control Z. Let's make sure that the opacity is at 100%. Let's reduce the size of the brush, increase it small, and then back like this. Okay, and then let's right click on this, and then let's head over to filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Okay, increase the blurriness like this. It's too much of blur. Okay, I think 20, enter. Okay,
so get a good job, don't slack off. Wake up every morning, make a good impression on your boss. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. And when you're making money, make sure you don't spend it too soon. Fuck that, I'll do what I wanna do. I got a different path from
Control O to fit screen, and I think it is okay. Okay, let's reduce it to 75, something like this. Not perfect though, but it's okay. Let's select everything, so from the layer to the old bag, Control J, group it, call it bag, enter. Okay, so the next thing we are going to add is the date and then the venue. So let's start with the date, and then the date we are going to need a rectangle. So let's draw rectangle. So let's pick the rectangle tool and then draw a nice rectangle here like this. Okay, and then let's remove the stroke. Okay, and let's change the color to that of the this one like this. I think this color is too light. Let's keep it like this. Okay, and then let's right click and then rasterize this layer, and then let's draw a triangle. So right click and then you pick the triangle tool. You draw a perfect triangle by pressing and holding on the shift on the keyboard, and you draw a rectangle, and you press on that same shift to rotate it 15 degrees like this. V on the keyboard for the move tool, and then you position it here like so. You press and hold on control, and you click on the thumbnail of the triangle 1 like this, so that it will be selected, and you press on the you select the layer of the rectangle 3, and then you hit backspace on the keyboard, and then you press on Control D to deselect, and then you highlight the triangle again and delete it out, and this is the shape that we wanted to get. Okay, and then let's add another triangle. Right click a rectangle tool, and then draw a rectangle here like so. Control plus to zoom in to see what you are doing, and then I think it's okay. Remove the stroke, change the color to that of this. Great. And then use the control keys to adjust it like this. That's great. Then let's add the date. So just date, write date, and all caps, and then let's change the color to white. Reduce the thickness to medium and the size to like 14. Okay, and then Control T, and then press on that same shift, rotate it 90 degrees. Great. Enter on the keyboard, and then V for the move tool, and then let's move it to this rectangle like this. I think it's too big, so let's reduce the size to like 12 is normal. Great. Okay, let's add the date itself. Before that, let's push this thing, position it backwards like this. That's great. And then let's add the date itself.
Not okay, all I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days.
We need to add something that's an arrow in between the 18th and the 21st. To add that arrow, let's draw a polygon, a perfect polygon for that matter, by pressing on the shift on the keyboard, and then we draw the polygon like this. And then let's remove the stroke. So let's duplicate the polygon, Control J to duplicate. Let's change the color of the duplicate to something like, okay, just any color so that you see the difference. Let's select the move tool, V for move tool, press on shift, drag this backwards like this, and then press and hold on control on the keyboard, and then select the polygon 1 copy. Let's click on the thumbnail of the polygon 1 copy for it to be selected. Select the polygon 1, right click on it, and then rasterize the layer, and then hit the backspace on the keyboard. Press on Ctrl D to deselect the selection, and then select the polygon 1 copy again, and then hit on backspace to delete it at all. And then let's Ctrl J on the keyboard to duplicate the design, or let's say the shape that we've done, and then press and hold on Shift to push it backwards like this. Okay, and then Control and hit press and hold on Control, and you click on the polygon, and then Control J to group them, and you name them arrow. Enter, and then you change the color to white, or not white, but like the dark blue, the color of this thing. Control T, reduce the size, V for the move tool, enter, bring it here. I think you need to reduce the size a little bit, enter on the keyboard, then position it very well. You have to group them, so you select the first element, that is the first one, that's the arrow. Close this one, select the arrow, then come down to the last element in the date, that's the rectangle 3, and then you press and hold on Shift, and then you click on it like this for everything to be selected, and then Ctrl J on the keyboard to group them. Double click on the group one, then name it date like this. So we move on to the venue. So for the venue, let's duplicate the group of the date. So Ctrl J to duplicate the date, and then let's rename it to venue. Enter, and then press and hold Shift, and let's move it down like this. Okay, somewhere here is okay, and then let's open the folder, and let's get rid of some things that we are not going to need them. So let's double click on the date, and then let's write venue. Enter, bring it down small. I think you have to reduce the size of the venue and the date, so reduce it to 10. Then reduce this one as well to 10. Great. And then let's come back, let's close the date, the folder of the date, and then let's come back to the venue.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I got all this potential that's deep inside.
Let's change this color to this. Okay, and then let's add a comma here. Reduce the size of the school tampon, reduce it small. Let's reduce it to 4 will do. I think it's okay. Select everything, push it backwards. It's okay. Now we have it in a group as well. So Control O 2.
I need whatever the hell could make me happy, and I don't think you have a clue what could that be. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do
So the next one, we are going to add the contact details. So for the contact details, we are going to need another rectangle.
This life could be special if I get rid of the devils. They think that I am a rebel, I think they want me to settle. There's nobody on my level, they think that work is too stressful. I think that work is essential, the grind is all in your mental. And I don't think you understand what I'll go through just to be in control of my life soon. All the negativity, man, I'm immune. I don't really need a mask with all I've been through. I've been making changes for the ages. 5-10 year plans are contagious. I attack that shit, I'm tenacious. And if you ain't, get the fuck out of my way then. Got one life, I won't regret it. I will fight until I get it. I'll look back one day from heaven and say, damn, I learned some lessons. And say, damn, I have no questions. I had fun in every second, and the journey was a blessing, yeah.
Okay, so at this point, we are going to add the icon of the call and the WhatsApp. So file, place embedded, and then let's import the call icon. Control O to fit screen, and then let's reduce it, transform it like this. Let's add the WhatsApp icon now, so that we are just going to transform them together like this. And then let's transform this one as well like this. Hit on the check mark, Control O to fit screen, right click, select this one, position it here, select this one, position it here, and then Control plus, then Control T, reduce the size like this, enter, bring it here, this one as well, Control T to reduce the size like this. Great. And then let's bring it a little bit closer to each other, another close, and then let's group them, both of them, Control G, name them icons, enter, and then let's change the color to this yellow or gold, gold color like this. Great. I think the WhatsApp icon is too big, so let's reduce it. Okay, great. And then let's add another thing, that is or in between them, or we increase the width semi bold, and then reduce the size to like 9. Then 9 is too big, 6 is okay. Bring the WhatsApp icon to this place, and then the PNG call icon to this place as well. And let's change the color of the or to white. So let's bring it outside. Let's move it out from the folder. Sharp. Okay, so now let's group them. So from the rectangle 5 to the or, and then Control J to group them. Name it contact. That's great. Control O. So the next thing we are going to add is the rate. So for the rate, we have to import another element like this, and then let's transform it like so, and then let's position it here. Hit on the check mark like this. As you can see, it is red, though I can maintain the color, but I don't want it to be too isolated from the colors I'm using, so I want to change the color of this element. To change the color, head over to the adjustment layer, make sure that this layer is selected, and then come to hue and saturation. When you come here, clip mask this into the banner, that is into the element. Make sure it is clip mask by clicking on this icon into the banner, and then sample the color. Click on this one and then sample this color, and then start changing it from this side, from the hue. Something like this is okay. It's okay for me, very perfect and then nice. So let's continue with our details. it is popping for me. That's great. Let's bring it closer, and then let's go and look for this arrow here. Right click on it and then select arrow. We have it. It is in the date folder. Open it, and then here it is. So Ctrl J to duplicate it, and then press and hold on Ctrl Shift and then right square brackets so that it will be on top of all the layers. Let's close the date layer like this, and then we have a copy of the arrow here. Let's bring it to the weight and then Ctrl T, and then let's press on Shift to rotate it nicely like this, 90 degrees. Okay. For this final part, we are going to add more elements and also do a little bit of touches to the text and other things in the design. So let's add our first element in the background. So let's open the background folder like this, and then let's select this first one, and then head over to File, Place Embedded, and then bring in this layer. Let me say this element. Hold on Alt, and then open it up like this. Release it, and then click on the check mark, and then bring it down like this, and change the blend mode to normal, from normal to I want the best one that can make it very simple for me. I think screen is normal. Screen is normal. Great. Let's add another one. File, Place Embedded, and then this paper texture. Let's transform it. Okay. Hit on Enter, Ctrl O. Change the blend mode to I think multiply will do, but let's reduce the opacity of this one to like 80 or 50. Yeah, 50 is okay. I think here you can see that I'm adding more details. It is becoming more quality, authentic, and then nice. Yeah, that's great. And then we have to add another thing to this called out camp. You have to add a little bit of flair. We are done with the background, so let's close the background folder. Let's open the callout folder and then select this one, and then add. Let's select the camp radar. Add File, Place Embedded, and then this flare, bring it a little bit up. Bring it up. Okay. Click on the check mark, and then change the blend mode from normal to somewhere light. What is that? Screen. Yeah, screen will do. Screen did it, but we have to reduce the opacity to like 50 or even 30. I got a different path from everyone, and that includes you. Who are you to tell me how to live life? In these times it feels like nobody's right, yeah. So I'ma figure out what else we succeed, and then invest all of my time into that and proceed. I need whatever the hell can make me happy. Okay, and then what we are left with is to slant this a little bit. So Ctrl T, right click on this, and then change this vein here to -4, from 0 to -4. Enter. That's great. And then the same applies to this logo. to the logo, and then Control T, and let's change it. You can decide to leave it like that. I am just doing something that I think it will be nice to me, so you do what you like. Yeah, creativity is unlimited. So we are done with this flyer, and you can do it like this and send it to me on WhatsApp on this number 0559441588, or you can send it to me on IG at Braintech Graphics. I know that if you did not skip any part of this video, you've learned a lot in this video. But before you go, did you know that you can check spelling in Photoshop? You can correct spelling mistakes and the other things in Photoshop. If you didn't know, check this video on the screen. It is just a 1-minute video. Until next time, quench not your creativity. Peace.